She woke up with her hand placed on her head because of strong headache. She saw herself in an unfamiliar room and soon the memories start flashing in her mind. While looking around her surroundings, her eyes got filled with tears. She was lying on a big bed. She quickly stood up and ran towards the door. She placed her hand on the doorknob, but before she could open it, got twisted from the other side, making her fall on the floor. Her eyes widened, seeing the person standing in front. Author point of view. Jan looked around the campus. Nothing was new. She was late, so she had missed few lectures already. Suddenly, she heard a roar and skipped few heartbeats. Turning around, she saw a black SUV on the campus road. Four men came out, but her all attention was on a man with a perfect height, a package of a pure terror, and dressed in leather. He was probably the boss. Warning was written all over him that keep 4 steps away. His shoulders looked broad, vigorous, and rigid under his black leather jacket. Jan slapped herself for staring at him, but she still accepted that he is so handsome. All those men went towards the principal office. You entered the cafe. Rose and Mark were waiting for you. You greeted each other. After a while, you asked, Jan, I saw a man earlier in our campus. Black SUV, bodyguards. His aura was so dark. Rose, that must be Taehyung. We heard he will visit today. Jan, Taehyung, who is he? Mark, the only hire of Kim Company, that is the trustee of our campus. Rose, I have seen him on social media. He is so much handsome that the girls can get pregnant by just looking at him. Jan, oh wow, that is so hot. Mark, but he is a mafia. Jan, what? Rose, so what? Mafias are even more hot. Jan, yeah, maybe. Unintentionally, Taehyung's figure danced in your mind, mingling with your heart. Taehyung was sitting in principal's office. His card. Sir, please check it, if this is the student you asked for. He took it and looked at your picture. A smile appeared at his face. You caught his attention when you were staring at him. Ta, my love, you were staring at me with these innocent eyes in not so innocent way, he whispered by touching your eyes on the picture. You were standing at the bus stop, waiting for your bus. Today you were late, and you being alone there was making it scary. Suddenly, a dark SUV stopped in front of you. Come inside. A guy sitting inside wearing a black mask demanded. You frowned, and without saying anything, you turned around to walk the other way. But soon that guy came and stood in front of you. Finding something wrong, you tried to run away, but suddenly you felt a hand covering your nose with a cloth. Taehyung, you mumbled. You were scared of him, and more scared of the fact that what does he want from you? Yeah, were you trying to escape love? He started taking predatory steps towards you. You moved backward, but soon your head back hit the wall. Jan, please let me. Ah! Before you could complete, he flushed his whole body against your small one, making you to gasp loudly. You looked at him in disbelief, while tears started running down your cheeks. He placed his hand on your cheek and wiped the tears with his thumb before placing a kiss on your cheek. You flinched at his touch. You pushed his shoulders to move him, but he didn't budge. And then he abruptly held your wrist and placed them above your head with his one hand. He was never a good child to listen to. If someone tells him not to do it, he will definitely do it and will prove that he is the boss. You felt helpless and miserable under him. You saw his face coming closer. Knowing his attentions, you turned your face to the other side. He smirked, seeing your little efforts. Jan, please don't hurt me. Avoiding your words, he took your earlobe in his lips. He then drifted to your neck, giving kisses, biting, and sucking some sensitive spots, leaving purple marks everywhere. He detached his body from yours and set you free. Taking the opportunity, you tried to run, but he was fast enough to catch you. He carried you on the shoulder and threw you on the bed, making you gasp. Before you could process what just happened, he had hovered over you, giving you deadly glares. He again attacked your neck. Jan, kill me instead, but don't do this, please. Hearing this, he stopped his sinister acts and looked at you. You were crying hysterically. Your eyes were filled with fear. That fear did something to his heart, something so malicious. He left the room, leaving you there crying helplessly. You started thinking about your family and cried even more hard, and eventually drifted to sleep. He didn't came back all night. I opened my eyes and found myself in another room. When did he shifted me here? Then my ears started working and I turned my head towards the sound. Someone was taking shower. Oh my, in whose room am I? Then door opened and he came out with just a towel around his torso. Taehyung. Water was dripping from his wet dark hairs. His abs, his veiny arms were all wet that could send anyone in coma. I sweat as if an explosion is happening inside me. Da, do you like it, love? His raspy voice snatched me back from my sinful thoughts. Jan, I need to bleach my eyes for what I just saw. I got out of the bed and ran towards the door. I twisted the knob, but it didn't open. Da, I heard what you said. Am I that good? Really? He snaked his hand around my waist and turned me towards himself. What was I thinking loud? I put my hands on his bare chest to maintain some distance. He was looking deep in my eyes. Jan, why did you kidnap me? Just let me go. Da, I like you very much and want you to be with me forever. Jan, no, you have no right to force me. I raised my voice. He tightened his grip around my waist. He was half naked, that was making the conversation more difficult. Da, relax. I'll give you a lot of love, Jan. Trust me. Jan, if you love me, then why didn't you approach me like a normal person? Da, the world out there know me as a rich, spoiled brat who belongs from a mafia family. So if I have asked you out, would you have accepted me? Jan, I wouldn't because I have the right to reject. Ta, no, you don't have, he shouted. I flinched and my eyes beamed with tears. My waist was hurting. I started hitting his bare chest to free myself. He held my hands with his one hand. Ta, alright, let me ask you like a normal person. Be my girlfriend. What? That was more like an order. Does he consider it normal? He lightened his grip and his eyes seemed soft. I got some courage to speak. Jan, you should follow some steps. He looked confused. Jan, I mean, first ask for friendship and then. Before I could complete, he scoffed. My heart was already thumping so hard, like it will come out of my chest. Da, that is lame. Let's just share a. It's our first day being together. My eyes widened. I saw his face coming closer. Jan, that is too fast. At least let me go. You can't keep me here like this. He looked pissed. I showed him my puppy eyes. Please. Da, wow, you are one brave girl. A dangerous man, a dangerous handsome man is standing half naked in front of you, and here you are bargaining. My face turned tomato red. I again started observing him. He is a breathtaking machine. Before my thoughts would go more wild. Da. Okay, I agree. But I consider you as my girlfriend starting from now. I sighed in relief. It wasn't that difficult to convince him. Jan, thank you. I need to go now. I have college to attend. Ja, okay, let me change. I'll drop you myself. Yeah, no, I can manage. But he didn't listen. Finally, after making you eat a good breakfast, you were in his SUV. He stopped in front of your apartment. You went inside, got ready, and came back. Then he drove towards your college. When you reached there, he turned towards you and said, Ta, I'm letting you go with some rules, baby. Rule number one, I'll set all the rules. Rule number two, You will follow all the rules. Rule number 3. If you break any rule, I'll set the punishment according to my mood. Hearing this, your lips parted a little in shock. His gaze shifted to your lips. Da, say yes. You just nodded. And the next moment, his lips were on yours. All the atoms in your body jolted up in shock. You pushed him, but he started. You can't breathe, as if he had sucked all the air from your lungs. You started hitting his chest. Finally, he left your poor with a satisfied smile on his devil face. You are so delicious, darling. You were looking at him with anger in your beautiful eyes. Then he gave you a damn expensive device. Take this phone. I have saved my number in it. You took it since you had lost yours last night. And one more thing, stay away from Mark. He isn't a good person. You just rolled your eyes and left. Now you were only desperate to find Rose. Then you saw her. You went and hugged the life out of her. Oh, Jan, what happened? You grabbed her and took her where there were less students. Then you told her everything from the last night till this morning. After hearing everything, she screamed her lungs out. Her eyes got big like an egg. Don't tell me. You were with damn handsome Kim Taehyung. Tell me, how did it feel? Was he gentle? Which positions did you try? How could you walk properly? Is something wrong with his. Stop! You stopped her. Your face was hot red by hearing the wild thoughts. She looked at you with a confused look. You are unbelievable. Here I am telling you that I was kidnapped, and look how excited you seem. In return, she spanked your. The one who kidnapped you was Kim Taehyung, you idiot. So what? And nothing like that happened that you stated. Hearing this, her mouth opened wide, like she is waiting for a beat tornado to come and fill her up. Then she stretched your turtleneck towards herself. How could you? Her eyes popped out when she saw the hickey on your neck. Blood rushed to your cheeks and your heart sank way too down. Rose, you girl? Before she could scold me, Mark approached us. What's happening here, beautiful ladies? Rose was about to say something wild, but I beat her. Taehyung kidnapped me last night. Mark, what? He freaked out. Did I sound that dramatic? Mark, are you okay? Did he touch you somewhere? You aren't hurt, right? Please tell me. He came closer to me and held me with my shoulders. Worries were written all over his face. I am fine. Nothing serious happened. He sighed in relief and pulled me in a hug. I hugged him back to reassure that I am fine and wondered why Taehyung said that Mark isn't right. He is already acting possessive. Mark broke the hug and held my face in his hands. We should report this. How dare he to do something like that? No, everything is already sorted out. I lied. Maybe I didn't want the matter to go that far. Mark, he is a mafia. He could be dangerous. I removed his hands from my face. He isn't a mafia. He just belongs from a mafia family. I felt bad for Taehyung. He was right. People doesn't consider him normal. Rose was observing me. She can read me and I know it. I need to go. I have classes to attend. Mark's face was unable to read. I excused and left. I could hear faded voice of Rose. She was telling him the whole story in the most dramatic style, with some extra spices. After attending all classes, I came out of the campus and found Ta waiting for me. It seemed like he never left. Finally, you came. He came closer and pecked my many parts of my turned bright pink, I am sure. Let's go, I'll drop you home. After 2 weeks, things changed a lot. I used to spend a lot of my time with Ta, but I still don't agree with him that I am his girlfriend. The way he kidnapped me and gave me hickeys was very adventurous. I want to play hard, but it is becoming difficult to control my feelings. He is possessive, but only in case of Mark, and Mark doesn't like my feelings towards Ta. He thinks that Ta could be toxic for me. Whatever. Rose always support me, and every single time she just asks me to surrender in front of Ta. Yeah, she's my best friend. Today is the party time with my department fellows. According to Black Theme, me and Rose both chose revealing black dresses. A notification popped up at my phone. Tai is here to pick me. I went out happily. He was waiting for his baby to come out, and there you came. He forgot to blink. He missed many beats. You came and sit in the car. You faced him, and the next moment his lips were on yours. You flinched at this attack. You didn't respond. Taehyung, you gasped and climbed out of the pool of shyness with all your heart. Then he lifted you in his your that made your dress move upward. He removed the hairs from your neck and whispered, I never knew that I liked black so much that I hate it. You were breathing heavily, making your chest move up and down, disturbing Taehyung more. You moaned, turning him on. You were hella responsive, as if you were possessed by his touches. His one hand was at your, squeezing it softly, and other was roaming at your back. From your neck, he was wet kisses continuously. Intense sensations made you feel hazy. You were unable to understand your body when you yelled out of dizziness. No, stop. He looked at you with confusion. You went back to your seat, setting your dress and panting heavily. What happened, love? Are you alright? He gave you a bottle of water and asked you softly. You looked at him and then looked down. You were already feeling so stupid for stopping him like a scared rabbit. Yes, I am fine. I am sorry, Jan. I went too far under my feelings. You felt your heart sank to your bladder. You just nodded and he started the car. The whole ride was at silent mode. He stopped the car outside the club. You felt awkwardly and entered the party with a heavy heart. I sat in the corner with a sad face. Rose came to me. Hey, why are you sitting like a granny whose one and only garden has been destroyed? I saved the garden like a freaked out chicken. What you did this time, my queen? Why can't she read it? I guess telepathy is not working today. Then I told her everything. What? Her reaction was epic. I think spices did their work well. You departed from a hard makeout session? Why? I am such a fool. Please tell me what should I do now? Rose, just confess already and trust him. Then you will not be afraid of him or his. Yeah, okay. Why she is so bold? But that is so cool. It's been 1 hour in the party. We danced and had a lot of fun. Rose went to the bathroom when a waiter approached me. Ma'am, a man named Kim Tae-hung is waiting for you in the parking. My heart started thumping, pumping, jumping aggressively. Okay, thanks. This means Ta is not mad at me. I was way too happy. I didn't think for a moment and left. You came out of the club, but you didn't find his SUV. Then you heard heavy footsteps behind you. You turned around and saw Mark standing in front of you with a blank face. Hi, Yanni. You must be looking for me. Um, no, actually, I am waiting for Taehyung. His eyes turned dark. Then he pulled you towards himself by holding your waist. You hit his hard chest. Mark, what are. But you couldn't complete as he placed a cloth on your mouth and nose. Your eyes widened in shock. Sorry, dear. Your mind was at chaos. You tried to push him, but your eyes became heavy as darkness started swallowing you. You looked at him with tears in your eyes. He smirked. Why? Two faced people are more dangerous than the bad people.